Hello there, the uneducated businessman here. I talked about in the last project management video about anticipating problems with your team, but you've also got to understand how to risk management a project as well. You've got to understand that, and I'm sure you know this, that every project you're going to manage is going to have an element of risk involved. There's always going to be something that's going to go wrong. There's always going to be challenges, and you've got to recognize that your project is never going to run smoothly, ever. Nothing ever goes from A to B in a straight line. It always goes like that. It's like a trading chart. It's up and down, up and down. If it always went in a straight line from A to B and everything was easy, I wouldn't need to do videos like this. It's not easy. There are all sorts of problems that will evolve, and you're going to have to understand how to manage the risk. You're going to have to understand what you're going to need to do to put things in place when things go wrong, and you're going to have to conduct risk audits, and we'll talk about them in future videos. You're going to have to make sure you take action and you minimize your risks as well, and you're going to have a contingency plan as well. You're going to have something in place that's going to enable the project to go on in the event of a disaster. You know, I know a businessman recently who's got a very, very successful business, a massive company. He is without doubt the number one guy there, and he died very recently, had a heart attack. Now, that business will continue because there's a contingency plan there. There's measures put in place to enable that business to continue without him. He needed to do that, and we all need to do that. And you need to do it within your business, and you need to do it within your plans as well. Not necessarily maybe that you're going to die of a heart attack, and obviously I hope that doesn't happen, but what will happen if you're sick? What will happen if your teams are sick? What will happen if you have a supplier and they let you down? You know, all of these things need to be taken into consideration. You know, if you line a project up and you've got suppliers and you've chosen someone that's got the best product, the best price, and that's your guy, they're gonna give you what you need. Will it hurt you to have 2 or 3 on record as well, on a file that you can call on if that supplier lets you down? Because that could be critical. If you need a certain product and at the last minute can't do it, sorry, gone bust or whatever, what you're going to do, you need to have backups. You need to work out what you're going to do with it when your staff are off sick, what you're going to do when you're off sick. All of these things you have to list out. So I want you to start thinking about risks within your projects. List them out. What risks, what things could possibly go wrong? What do we need to do and put in place, have as backup to enable this project to keep going if something goes wrong? Who can I bring in? What other company can I bring in? Who can replace me if I'm not there? Who will take control? Is there someone within that team that can step up if you have to be taken away for whatever reason? So that's a little bit about risk management. You're going to have to understand that. You're going to have to understand how to think ahead and how to preempt what could go wrong, and then just write down, just put it in a document somewhere. If this happens, do this. If that happens, do that. Make it as easy as that. You don't have to write War and Peace. You've got to write a document that's easy to understand, that if you're there, someone else can come in. Okay, ears off, I know where the document is. Right, okay, you need to do this and you need to do this, and we need to call in this person and we need to get that, and we can continue with a project while so and so's not there. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to talk about in the next video about conducting risk audits as well, because you're going to have to do an audit as well, and it's a very, very important thing to learn, and I'll be back in another video with that. So hope that was useful. As always, if you like it, give a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give a thumbs down. Please leave me a comment if you give a thumbs down to let me know what you didn't like so I can improve, and even if you did like it, leave a comment. It's always nice to know that I'm on the right track, and thank you for interacting. I'll see you soon. I'm the Uneducated Businessman. Over and out.